Okay, as you can see, today's date is on this tape recorder. The month is in the middle, 3. The date is right to the right of it, 25. Okay, where it says 25D. The month is in the middle, 3, and the year is to the left, 15. Now, this audio file is one of many concerning me being inside the Rouse grocery store on this date, March 25th, 2015, LaJolla Villiage Square. As a result of me, Leslie Williams, being a target victim and activist concerning the crimes of what is known as organized stalking, which can also be termed as gang stalking, excuse me, I am subjected to individuals getting along all my routes every day, repeating certain words and phrases. I know it sounds crazy, but all you have to do is go to Google. Now, let me just back up for a second. You can see this is audio file 105, okay, out of 117 audio files as of today's date, which is the 27th of March, okay? This is the 25th of March. Now, excuse me. Go to Google right now and type in gang stalking, repeating words and phrases, and then at Google, organized stalking, repeating words and phrases. It's a method of sensitization techniques of gang stalking expeditions. It's how they creatively, covertly, intentionally let you know that you're being gang stalked as a result of how often you hear these words. I didn't develop their techniques, I'm only exposing them. Hold on 1 second, okay? I'm going to finish smoking my cigarette here before it goes out. Now, what I want you to understand something real fast is that I was compiling a timeline. Gang stalking is happening in every state in the United States, okay? And they operate on the same methodologies against all organized stalking targets in one form or fashion or another. Gang stalking, repeating words and phrases along a target's route, is not on the internet, all over the internet, for no reason. So think about that as you're continuing to listen. Between the years of 2006, 7, 8, and 9, I was composing a timeline of what was occurring towards me in Michigan. Now, I was going to synthesize this timeline together. I was making it in sections in separate email accounts, Yahoo and Gmail. And then once the timeline was composed, I was going to go into Google Documents and then rename my name to Jane Doe. They seen that I was very close to finishing this timeline as a result of them being involved in the techniques that were being exposed in the timeline. So they were able to see that I was very close to completing it. Okay, also I think I was even stating in the emails that this timeline is going to be posted very soon. So what they did was, as a result of the cyber surveillance email hacking of gang stalking, which is all over the internet, you can Google that as well, they seen I was composing this timeline, and I was even starting to rename the name Leslie Williams to Jane Doe. Hold on 1 second. So what they did was they went into these email accounts and they synthesized all the sections of the timeline together and posted it in one of my blog accounts using my name. In these timelines, you clearly hear me state that they're repeating, "Oh my God," around me, and part of the timeline introduces how "Oh my God" was being constantly and repetitively said around me. I'm sorry, it was constantly and being said repeatedly by people who were on the stairs that led up to my apartment right outside my door. Okay, now this is in Michigan. These blogs were posted by them way back in 2007, 6, 7, and 8. And the emails flat out show that I was stating that "Oh my God" and other words were being repeated, including threats of having me evicted. Now, let's review this real fast. What I'm going to do is I'm going to set this video camera down, and then I'm going to press play. And you're going to be able to see that I'm pressing play pertaining to this particular audio file because I'm going to do it right, right as I'm setting the video camera down so I can position the speaker to the microphone of the video camera so you can hear him say it. At the beginning of this audio file, I make statements. Now, I'm going to turn this video camera around just for 1 second. All right, now I've already shown you what audio file this is. Folder number 1, the date and time and month. Okay, the time is 12:34 p.m. The year is to the left, 15. The month is in the middle. 3, which you can clearly see, and then the date is to the right, 25. And I showed it also to you in better lighting at the beginning of this video. And the reason why I'm doing this is because I got to reposition the video camera so I can make some statements so you can see me. How did they gang stalk me from Michigan to Connecticut to San Diego? I arrived in San Diego on August 8th, 2011, one day late in reference to the Greyhound scheduled arrival. As a result, I've been gang stalked along every single one of my routes every single day and harassed with this method included. I have hundreds of audio files of, oh my god, gang stalk, oh my god, weird, oh my god, crazy, suck my dick, being said around me everywhere I go, every day. And that's not including also the organized stalking, gang stalking, physical gestures that they intentionally subject me to. This is done to intentionally, overtly, directly remind me that I'm a victim of this crime as a result of how much I experience hearing the words and phrases and repeated physical gestures. Go to YouTube and type in "Learning Disabled Woman Catches Gang Stalkers Admitting Sent to Harass, Read Comments." I also caught another individual on February 20th, 2013 on a sidewalk tell me in a hidden running tape recorder that a San Diego police officer put him in my physical proximity to engage in these physical gestures. The person admitted that the police officer's name was Steve. Now, you can go to that YouTube video by typing in 2/ like the / on your keyboard, 2/20/13 learning disabled woman catches another gang stalker admitting sent to harass, read comments. Now, in organized stalking, gang stalking expeditions, what they do in part is that, like, interstate stalking is all over the internet, being exposed and implicated to be related to gang stalking expeditions. And what they do is that it's a nationwide syndicate. And when the target individual is preparing to move either from one city or town in the same state, like if they like say if you live in La Jolla and you want to move to La Mesa, and you are new to California, so you get online and you research the bus routes and the transportation routes getting from La Jolla to La Mesa, they see what you're doing through the cyber surveillance. That's how they're able, and then through the physical observation and even using the target's cell phone as a GPS tracker, they see where you're at in real time at all times. This is how they're able to prop up all this overt harassment around you that is directly meant for you to witness either through your ears, the repeated words and phrases, and or through your eyes, the physical gestures. It's a clever way to make you feel stalked. Now you can go to YouTube and type in "Learning Disabled Woman Exposes Yucca Valley Gang Stalking," and Yucca Valley is 160 miles away from San Diego, where I live. I'm still living in San Diego. But I left San Diego, La Jolla, to go to Yucca Valley for 1 week. The person I was going to see in Yucca Valley, that person's address, David Larson, who's the head of the water board in Yucca Valley, who's being subjected to at least a subcrime of gang stalking, is all over the internet as well, exposing gang stalking. Now, along with James Walber, who's another target of gang stalking. Now, I looked up David Larson's home address at UCSD Biomedical Library, SDSU Love Library, and the North University San Diego Public Library. I even printed out his address, okay, from these and transportation services to get from San Diego to Yucca Valley, and then Yucca Valley's transportation services. So go to YouTube and type in "Learning Disabled Woman Exposes Yucca Valley Gang Stalking," and you'll literally, there's 4 videos at least. Look for the one that's 10 minutes long. You'll literally see individuals saying gang stalking, gang stalk, oh my god, crazy, weird, gang stalk around me. And it was caught on audio files every single place I went in Yucca Valley for the whole time duration while I was there. I was also subject to threats and harassment at bus stops in Yucca Valley. Now, when you Google, like if you went to MapQuest, first go to Google and type in UCSD La Jolla campus, their physical address, and put it in the, like, you know how when you're at MapQuest and you're trying to figure out, like say if you're at your home and you're trying to figure out the address of a dentist that you've never been to before, you would type in your home address, and then you would type in the physical address of the dentist office, and then you would hit enter. MapQuest will bring to you how to get there in reference to transportation routes like highways, streets, and stuff like that, and then it will also tell you the distance in miles between your home address and the dentist office. Do the same thing by typing in at MapQuest UCSD's physical address to Yucca Valley's library, because when I went there for a week, I stayed at a location that was about 6 blocks away from it, and I was also gang stalked at the Yucca Valley Library as well. The Yucca Valley gang stalk and harassment that's on the internet at YouTube that I've already aforementioned was caught on the Yucca Valley Landers bus route in Yucca Valley, California, which is the bus route I had to take to get to David Larson's address. Now, oh my God, and gang stalk is repetitively set, and gang stalking is repetitively repeated on these audio files. Now, what I'm going to do is start this audio file from this occurring 2 days ago again inside. I'm gang stalked in Ralston, LaJolla Villiage Square like you would not believe. Now I'm going to make a flat out statement here before I show you this evidence. When I am inside of any place that I'm subjected to these techniques at, which is every place I go, I intentionally act nice to the employees, management, security on purpose. And the reason why I do that, go to Google and type in grocery stores and gang stalking, security guards and gang stalking, restaurants and gang stalking, movie theaters and gang stalking, banks, post offices. And you will see all of these universities, public libraries. You will literally see that in all of these aforementioned descriptions that gang stalking targets are exposing that they're being gang stalked in these aforementioned descriptions. It's not online for no reason. And look at how many Google generated numeric responses come up to each described description. So when you research what I stated in this video and then cross-reference all the material that comes up as a result of the research and then synthesize it together, you'll come up with a holistic pictorial representation pertaining to the truth of the matter. The truth, not the lies and the bullshit that these filthy red-ass whores who are brought on board in these campaigns to harass a target. And you better believe that. See, the reason why I act nice to these peoples inside of Rouse Grocery Store and their security guards for that plaza is because when they stage events against a target in these places, and they do, okay, I have to make sure that it is shown on their video cameras that are on their wall that I'm not doing nothing wrong, that my behavior is appropriate, even though it would be if I wasn't being gang stalked anyways. So if you ever witness me being gang stalked anywhere I go, and then you think to yourself, well, I can see she's being gang stalked, but yet she's acting nice to these people, it's done for that reason. And the reason why I do that, go to YouTube and type in learning disabled woman brutally assaulted on an MTS bus. That's me being assaulted on an MTS bus by an individual who had engaged in previous gang stalking harassment on separate dates before that assault and within 10 minutes before the assault occurred. Then go to what's in the description of that YouTube video and look at what's in the description of that YouTube video. There's 2 blogs. Go to the blog that's on the very bottom of the description, the text that is of that YouTube video, and click on that blog. Bring it up. Once it opens up, scroll down to the bottom, read it, but also scroll down to the bottom of it and click on, with your mouse, the attached PDF link titled Assault 11. You will literally see that I predicted that very assault and where it would happen at 11 days before in an email file. Then also go to Google and YouTube and type in learning disabled woman exposes how MTS assault video is altered. So if you don't think that they're not using videos pertaining to the way they see fit concerning the effects of what they bring about, a staged event, think again. Think again. And who's got the capacity to alter an MTS video? MTS. And why was a police report intentionally falsified concerning it? Absolutely. So, and that's one of 5 assaults. All 5 assaults have been predicted, including the one that just occurred towards me on November 13, 2014, inside the San Diego courthouse. My name is Leslie Williams. At the beginning of this audio file, you're going to hear me state, let's see if you hear gang stalk, crazy, weird, suck my dick, excuse my language, okay? You're going to hear me saying it. Now, as I'm saying this in this tape recorder, the tape recorder is in my hand, excuse me. It's in my hand, and the microphone is at the very top. And I'm sitting in the corner of the area where the tables are. Like if you buy something at the cafeteria, you can then get it from the like the delicatessen. You get what you get from the delicatessen, then you walk over to the cash register, you pay for it, and then you walk over to this area where there's a bunch of tables and stuff. That's where I was sitting at using my computer in the corner. Okay, and there's a monitor right above me. Now, so what I do was, since I know this monitor's above me, is I took the tape recorder out of the pouch in my bra, and I covered it up, microphone being at the very top, and I quietly said, let's see if you hear gang-stalking, oh my god, weird, crazy, suck my dick. And then listen to what you hear in the background. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm taking this, as you can clearly see, it's the same exact, well, I got a toggle so you can see the date. The way this tape recorder is you got to toggle it in order to be able to see, like, here's the date, time, year, okay? And then if you toggle, you can see what's remaining on the memory card and so on and so forth. It's just the feature that the tape recorder has. You can see that it's still the same exact audio file. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to press play, so you can see I'm pressing play pertaining to this audio file. Once I press play, the green light will come on. See? Okay. Now what I'm going to do is press play, and then I'm going to set this camera down and put the speaker of the tape recorder right up to the microphone of the video camera, so you can hear them repeat, oh my god, gang stalk, do you hear suck my dick as well. I'm going to play for about 7-8 minutes. Listen carefully. See if you hear gang stalk, oh my god, gang stalker, weird, gang stalking crazy, or a combination of any. LaJolla Villiage Store, March 25th, 2015.
I did it. 다 끝났어요? 김포 출신 그 지금 저거 캘리포니아 김포 출신 되는 거죠, 여러분? 아, 오케이. 그리고 시간이 얼마 그렇게 많이 안 걸릴 거예요.
Okay, now, I'm going to make these statements. Calling a target bipolar, go to Google right now and type in how they try to label and diagnose targets with mental illnesses, because targets are exposing what's happening to them. This is where the police, psych teams that work for the police or contracted through the police, fire department, EMS, doctors in area neighborhood hospitals and psychiatric floors. Gang stalking is organized crime in the system, baby cakes. Now, the reason why I bring this up, hang on a second. The reason why I'm bringing this up is because on November 11th, 2014, I was arrested at my last hiking area. 22 hours before, I made a tweet predicting it. Now, within a week and a half before that occurred, I had stopped off when I was in downtown in San Diego. I went to the law library on that day, and I seen two sheriff's officers in front of the San Diego courthouse. So I stopped off and said, hey, you know, I was talking to him, and I said, you know, what I do is I pretty much fight crime. And I went on to talk to him about how I predict what's going to happen before it occurs. This harassment you just heard was predicted by me hours before I went to Ralph's grocery store on that date, and the arrest that I endured on November 11th, 2014 was predicted in a tweet 22 hours before. Now you can go to Google and type in, exposing truth Instagram account, and you should be able to see that. Because I took a screenshot of the tweet that I made and then posted it to Instagram. Okay, hold on a second. Now, the reason why I bring up this San Diego sheriff, when I was telling him about how I predict crime and then catch it after it occurs, he said, "Are you bipolar?" Now, calling a target bipolar is a method of gang stalking. Hold on. Now, here's another thing, real fast. If any event ever happens, any place to go, especially Rouse, and then they try to say, Leslie, what's wrong with you? You're nice on other days, and now you're acting all out and angry and accusing people of gang stalking you. Are you bipolar? I'm predicting it right now, or any other psychiatric mental illness, and that's all over the internet, that is a method of gang stalking. My name is Leslie Williams. I'm being gang stalked in LaJolla Villiage Sq Plaza, like you would not believe. Rouse employees, management, and people coming in and acting as customers, and they're even bringing in people that they've used at UCSD, including employees and one punk that was directly involved in the incident that occurred on July 16, 2014, and then again on November 3rd, 2014. They brought him in about a week and a half ago. All right, thank you very much for listening. Thank you, and have a nice day.